I interview, my style is I want you to come to the door, kick off your shoes, come in, let's hang out on the couch, and let's get to know each other. That's my style. Hello there, Shawn Harper. How are you?
You know what? I am wonderful by choice. I'm wonderful by choice. Sometimes you have to choose it, and so I am doing absolutely wonderful. And I have my queen with me as well. She's sitting off camera, making sure everything goes well.
Hello.
Yeah.
So what's going on? How are you? So Shawn Harper, you are a former NFL player, also are now a motivational speaker and
Mhm.
motivational and inspirational speaker.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
tell us about yourself.
yeah. So, like you just mentioned, him, Shawn Harper played 7 years professional football with the Rams, with the Colts, over in NFL Europe as well. I played both right and left tackle. College, went to Indiana University. I think what sets my story apart is not so much that I played in the NFL, although 0.02% of any athlete makes it to the NFL for one season.
Hmm.
But I think a lot of it has to is actually grounded in my the actual ascension. Most people, think that playing professional sports or professional athletes, you're from day one, you're good, you're being set apart, and you have this camp and that camp, and everyone thinks that you're definitely going to the league. And my story was the polar opposite. In fact, I barely started in high school football. I wasn't even voted honorable mention all conference. I was the guy that, this guy is all city, all state, all county, all American, all first team intergalactic universe. And, then they announced my name. It's the slow clap. Yeah. And
Oh,
yeah. And uh, tons of challenges growing up. I was kicked out of a couple schools for disciplinary issues. Graduated last in my class with a 1.62 cumulative GPA, 4 to 5 documented learning disabilities, repeating the first grade, single parent setting, voted most likely to fail. But I was able to kind of persevere and fight through that. And this is why I'm actually here today, is because I was able to change my actual self concept. And my self concept, the second year at junior college in Mason City, Iowa, contemplating on whether I want to come home or go back to Columbus, Ohio, or finish out, was I'm a winner. And that became my mantra, is that I win. I am a winner. And that propelled me not only in sports to the professional ranks, to my company for 22 plus years, married to my amazing queen for 26 years, and
wow.
motivational speaking.
Very good. And you overcame stuttering, right?
Yeah, you know
Also?
what? I I could not complete a sentence till college. And every once in a while, it comes back, but it's okay. I embrace it. You might even hear some today. I just make some adjustments, course corrections, and keep. Yeah.
Oh, very good. Now, so what is it that you do? I was watching some videos. I saw that you go to schools and speak to students about bullying. Adults are bullied too online.
Mhm.
There's a whole bunch of bullies
Yeah.
on the internet.
Right. So my mindset is that all actions stem from thoughts. All thoughts come from your belief system. But I take it one step further, and I deal with your self concept. It's who are you, victim or victor? Victims tend to focus on what they're going through. Victors always looking what and where they're going to. And if you can change that, change your story by saying, "Hey, I'm a winner, and now I'm looking for winning opportunities," you can dominate. Now I'm saying that because it ties directly into bullying. What happens when a person is continually picked on or continually assaulted verbally? Now, all of a sudden, their opinion becomes your reality. Now you attach emotion to that opinion that you now have of yourself, and it becomes your will. It becomes your reality, and you can't escape it. First, they bully you, then you bully yourself,
Yourself. You're
right?
right.
And guess what? You carry that. You create that cage. I understand that. And then you know what? It becomes your reality until you break that circle and say, you know what? Says who? Says who? Who is giving you the right that your opinion is my life now? And you take that back. You change your self-concept and you dominate the game.
Wow. So that's what you would tell somebody who is bullied on the internet. They have to take that back and say, um, basically, like, to hell with you, excuse my language, but that's not me, and I'm not going to allow you to, speak that way about me, and I'm not going to think that I am what you are calling me.
Excellent. But I'm going to take it one step deeper.
Yes, go.
You have to, if you are sensitive to that, and you know what,
Everyone is.
everyone is sensitive to it.
Yeah.
Everyone is susceptible to it, even if it's, you know what, and I just thought about this just now within the last like 20 seconds.
Okay.
Either aggressively or passively being bullied. Like, you can look on social media and you see things happening and this and that, and you can actually torment yourself because you
Yeah.
don't have a six pack, because you're not like this, because you're not like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, it happens. In fact, the passive bullying is even more prevalent because everyone wants to be accepted, everyone wants to be included, everyone wants to be loved. But let me tell you what happens is that now you're looking for external validation to fill an internal deficit. So you have to make it a practice, okay? And this is what winners do. Okay, this is what winners do. You have to make it a practice, and you have to look at yourself in the mirror, and you have to speak to your subconscious, speak to your self-concept, and say, I am a winner. I am amazing. And you have to say that over. You have to feed it like you're eating a cheeseburger, or like you're eating a New York. I just love your accent, like a New York pizza. It's like every single day you got to speak it over yourself, because the world is always trying to tell you who you are and
Yeah.
who you're not.
And they're always trying to tear you down,
Break you down.
break you down, tear you
Break you
down. You're
down.
right.
Listen, I'm drinking this pop up. Hope I'm not, I mean,
No, I'll go right ahead. Don't worry about it.
scrape off the name of
No,
this.
don't worry about it. It's not.
Okay.
Don't worry.
So I'll make
Um,
sure.
I had spoken to you earlier, and my daughter was going through your Instagram, and she really liked what she saw. And I told you this, that she was saying, like, winning isn't about perfection; it's about progress.
Right. Right. It's well, first thing you have to do is that you have to define what you are, who you are. And in my case, whose I am. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's I'm a winner. Okay. Before I even start, I'm a winner. Okay. Now, that is so important,
Yeah.
because most people, well, first of all, just let me say, you'll never get what you want. You'll never get, it's I won't say never say never. It's hard to get what you want, but in most instances, you'll only have and get what you are. Okay. So now I'm going to switch the polarities within myself. I'm a winner. And then that word winner gets into my heart. And then my heart emits a vibration. And that energy now steps out of creation and moves into something much more powerful, and that's manifestation. I am a winner. Now, I am defining my wins because I'm operating from victory, not to victory. Okay. So
Okay.
I'm operating from the win, not to the
Right.
win. I'm in the locker room, and you know what? I already won. Even if, there's a loss there, it's not a loss because I'm gonna learn from it. It's tuition because I'm gonna win. The game is not over until I flatline. That's when the game is over. So I move from victory to victory. I course correct. I change. I take some shots, take some blows, but I keep winning. Jordan didn't make every shot that he made, but we all see him as a winner. Babe Ruth struck out more than he made hits, but we all see him as a winner. Why?
Right.
Because he said, I'm going to tell you how you're going to see me.
Wow. Right. Yeah. Um, did you become this way after after your football career, or was this before your football career? How did you become such a positive, motivational, inspirational speaker?
So yeah,
Like,
it's
when did this happen?
well,
Yeah, I'm serious because I
yeah,
love your positive energy. I absolutely love it.
it was I don't know if I've ever been asked that question. It was and it is a progression. It's a journey.
Okay.
Okay, it always starts small. I heard this amazing motivational speaker. He's like one of the godfathers. His name is Les Brown, right? And one time he said, "This is something that I can't do." And then he said, you always say it's possible or maybe, right? Just create a little crack.
Little
So
crack.
so and then you whittle that thing and you open it up and you make it larger and larger and larger. So when I was at junior college in Mason City, Iowa, I'm like, I'm a winner. And it was like this much positive. I'm a winner. And then when I went to Indiana University, I'm a winner. In life, I'm a winner. And then as I'm just moving on and I'm progressing and I'm moving and it's just growing. It's just growing like a huge oak tree within me. I am a winner and I play the game to win. Now, am I perfect? No. Do I have down days? Yes. Yes. I have down days. I
Do
have
you really?
yes. Yes. I have
Okay.
well, and one of the reasons why is because I send forth, and I'm a coach. I have a coach. Winners have coaches. I have such high expectations, and when I don't meet them, I have to catch myself because man, I would get down on myself. I have to pull back. I have to rewrite my story. I got to do everything that I'm telling you to do, and people who are being
Really?
bullied, I have to do. I have to do it. Heck yeah, all day, every day. I'm gonna tell you one of my little secrets too. When I get down, one of the ways that I'm able to get out of it is I will open up my social, right? And I will start emailing people on like social media. I'm like, you're amazing. I believe in you. So what's happening is that depression is when you're self-focused, you're inward focused. It's like a light version of narcissism. You're like, me, right? And
Yeah.
so what you do is that I take and I reverse the polarities. And I'm like, I'm flowing outward. Now, what happens, this is very important, is that when I start motivating and encouraging other people, I I not only feel better, I guess that's the serotonin hormone or whatever, but
Right.
even deeper than that, I activate a spiritual law, the law of sowing and reaping, the law of return, because I'm pouring into somebody else. That energy is now coming back to me. In other words, you always give what you want.
Right. Right. Like, I try to do that, and I get made fun of. People, especially on here on YouTube. Like, I'll pour, you know, um, my faith in someone and try to boost them up, and then there'll be these bullies on here who will come after me. Oh, she's an idiot, she believes him, and it really aggravates me, and it's like I have to bite my tongue a lot of times, because here I am trying to help somebody, trying to build them up, somebody who might be, looking to hurt himself. And here I am, I try to build them up, and I give them confidence, and I tell them I believe in you, and then I get made fun of for doing that. What do you say to that?
Because they don't understand the cycle. If they
Mhm.
really understood what they were doing, they were discouraging an encourager. Do you
Mhm.
know what they're about to reap in their life? Do you not understand that everything is a mirror? Most people are exactly where they are
Mhm.
because of what they are and who they are. And it's like they're always going to be right there. Now, I bet you a gazillion, right? $1 gazillion,
Mhm. Yeah.
that there wasn't a very, very, very high winning individual, maybe 6, 7 figures, maybe doing it at a very high level in life. I bet he or she didn't have that attitude because he or she understands what you're doing. See,
Right.
sometimes, and to bring this all the way back to bullying, to bring it all the way
Yeah.
back, is the person that's making that negative comment. Sometimes they have to ask themselves, why am I saying this? Like, what's wrong with me saying, what's wrong with that person trying to encourage? I'm going to tell you a little secret. They have
Mhm.
a level of darkness in them. And that darkness doesn't like light or people who bring light. They hate it.
Really?
Yeah, like when I do motivational events,
Yeah.
I because I speak not only in schools, I do corporate uh,
Right.
and then I speak in churches, and sometimes my eye will catch a person, because like 90% of all communication is nonverbal. So I'm like seeing the arms folded, lips is piercing, and they're angry. They don't know why they're angry. I know why they're angry. They have darkness in them, and I am presenting light, and it's causing an offense. So you know what I do sometime? I mean, I'm still working on it because
Yeah.
I can get upset,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
pray for them. I pray for them. Lord bless them.
It's so hard.
Of course, it's
Isn't
hard.
it hard though?
Yes,
Especially when somebody has hurt your family. Isn't it hard to pray for them?
it's hard. But let me share something with you. This is very
Yeah.
important. Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. Um, my one of my number one enemies. I only
Okay.
have maybe one or two enemies, right? Um, is offense. Offense blocks my blessing, and it clogs up my energy, and it messes up my receptors. I can't hear. I can't really hear what's going on in the spirit. I don't, it, offense, unforgiveness, you know, bitterness, it will shut you down. You
Right.
see, we are spiritual beings having an earthly experience.
Right.
It's not the opposite. Offense, unforgiveness, bitterness, it's like anger, and anger always destroys the container that it's held in. Winners, you have to guard your heart against that. You have to guard your heart against that. So yes, I get hate too, but I got to guard my heart against it. It hurts, but you know what? I got to pray for them and love them, because I cannot allow their poison to contaminate me.
Exactly. See, I get made fun of on here on YouTube because, somebody will do something that will hurt me and
Mhm.
or upset me, and they'll apologize, and I always say, "Okay, no problem. No hard feelings,"
Right.
and people make fun of me for that.
Mm. It, you have to, well, if it were me,
Mhm.
the first thing that I would do is I would reverse engineer that. I mean, I'm not going to go all the way, but I will. I would reverse engineer that, because when I get hurt, I get angry. So I got to reverse engineer that. I got to go back to the hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
That hurt me. And then now, check it out. Now I give my body, my soul, the right to feel it,
Okay.
and to just empty that out, talk that hurt out. I pray it out. You know, I give it to God. I say, you know what?
Uh-huh.
That hurt me. That rejection hurt me. Okay.
Okay.
That slander hurt me. Let's stay
Right.
right there. No, you're
Right.
not going to go to anger. You're not going to go to bitterness. You're not. And then once that's exhausted, then I rewrite my story. You know
Mm-hmm.
what? That person attacked me. They are probably messed up in their life. You know what? They are probably messed up. You know, I'm going to forgive them. I'm going to bless them, because they don't have much. They're sitting on the internet all day. They're just typing up. They're hiding
Yeah.
behind so much. You know, they don't have, 50,000 viewers or whatever. They don't
Right.
have
Right.
that. So all they have is the ability to attack, because that's what's coming. That's the energy that's within them. I feel so bad for them.
Oh, very good. You're very good. So you're not a grudge holder. You don't, if somebody hurts you, you don't you just
Oh, I used to be.
you
Yeah.
used to be.
Woo,
Okay.
woo,
Me too. I
woo.
used to be as well.
I used to be. I used to be. In fact, I used to use it as energy. Like, I'll
Really.
show you. I'll show you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna be a great success. I mean, when I was growing up and had all of those like challenges and all those struggles, especially stuttering, I'm like, oh man, whew, I'm gonna do well, and I'm gonna show you. That's bitterness. So yeah, so I had to go back, and I'm still going back. And sometimes God shows me, hey, you got to forgive this person. You got to forgive your father. You got to forgive your mother. You got to forgive. And just, oh man, Lord, man, I forgive him. I forgive him. He takes a little log off the fire, a little log
Yeah.
off the fire. And now I'm like, so now another log is coming on, and that's the log of love.
Okay.
Now you a bad boy. Now you a bad girl, because that log doesn't get offended as much. It just burns. It's a clean burn.
Wow. Now you have children?
I have one son.
Okay. And um so you 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 practice this with him as well, right?
I
Is
work on that. Yes, yes. You know what? I have to watch myself, because I can be a little bit overbearing.
oh,
Because oh, man, goodness, yeah. I mean, I'm a father, so I'm like, you know what? I got to put everything in you, because I don't know how much longer I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be here. I might be here 10, 15 years later, 20 years later. Every boy needs his father. Every man needs his father. I'm like, son, I'm gonna tell you the lessons that that it took me 30, 40, 50 years to learn. And I'm gonna put it in you now. You might reject me. You might, oh dad, you might blow it off. But at the right time, I'm praying that it's like popcorn. Like, oh, dad mentioned that would happen. Oh, I'm just praying for that. You know?
uh-huh.
And it, because yeah, it's right. I mean, you don't have to wait till you're 50 years old to learn this lesson, son. If you learn it when you're 30, whoa.
Well, who you said that you grew up in a single mother.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so who was that person for you? Was
Not a
there
lot.
a person? Was there? I heard during a speech that you were saying that there was a few people who passed the baton on to you.
Mm.
So who was that?
A lot of them were, believe it or not, were coaches.
Really?
Yeah. See, you know what? I encourage. I hope this doesn't get me in trouble, right?
No, don't
But if
worry.
it does, I mean, I'm sorry. Just
Don't be
send me
sorry.
an email, complain. I don't know. But it's like, you know what? There's something about a positive male role model,
Right.
and to have that male in your, and these coaches were like there for me, you know, and they actually mentored me from a distance. Like I would watch them and I would just watch how they would, you know, how they respond and how they act. Like, man, you know what? I want to be like that. I want to move like that. I had two older brothers. One of my brothers, his name was Jeff, and I always want to, you know, move and act like my
Amazing.
brother Jeff. You know, that was just so huge for me. But I tell you what, also around 1998, uh, I had mentioned earlier that I own a security company. So by the
Yeah.
time I was ready for me to retire, uh, I opened a security firm, and my father came, and my father became my client liaison. My father that,
Really?
yes, the one that divorced when I was like 4 or 5 years old. You know, he
Yeah.
got downsized from his job, and you know he needed some extra work, and the family brought him back to the family security company. Of course, he was still a divorce, but he was with me from 2090. I'm sorry, from 1998 to 2016 or 17. It was like almost 20 years. It was every day. I saw him every day. And you know, one day I realized it. I'm like, you know, this guy raised me all over again. And like I mean, he came in,
Really?
yeah, and he used to say the most craziest, stupidest things to me. I'm like, man, nobody care about having your shoes polished before a meeting and Alan Edmonds shoes, and you know,
Yeah.
you look them in the eye, had white shirt on, and I'm like, so whatever. But you know what? He was right. He was right. He was right. And
Really? So did you see your father when you were a child, or
he tried. So
oh, he did
uh
try, okay.
you know what, he tried, like, you know, he would, like, every other weekend, or you know, we could go over to the house where he was at now, and him and his new wife, and you know, he would, you know, sit there and talk, and you know, it was he tried, and you know, he didn't have to do that, and and that was a hard peel when I talked about forgiveness, you know, uh, to really deal with the bitterness and anger I had towards my father growing up.
That's
And
what I was getting at, yes, okay.
it was tough. And I encourage anybody out there, you know what, if you have challenges with your father, make it right. Because my daddy can only put into me what was put into him. And once I learned his story, I was like, man, he was a sharecropper from Alabama. And once I learned that story, I'm like, wow. And then when I got older, right, and now I'm married, you know, I have a son and I have a
Yeah.
wife, and I'm like, woo, there were some times where I didn't think I was going to make it in this marriage either. You know, I was
Really?
like, you know what,
Really?
you know what, you know what, Dad? Yeah, yeah, I kind of get it a little bit. I kind of get it now. You know, even even recently. Oh God, listen, this is, and I've never shared this,
Okay.
but this is a moment that a lot of men have to face, and that moment is that, you know, no one's coming for you. Okay, no one is coming for you. A lot of men have to wake up to that reality. And I look back at a particular situation that I went through with my father, and I realized that he was preparing me for that moment. I said, he was trying to prepare me for that moment years ago. And I was able to forgive that moment. And like, I get it now. And it was this, you know, it was just this eureka moment. I'm like, I get what you were doing now. Took me years to realize it, but I get it now. It's tough. And he wanted me to be ready for that.
I
Had to
understand,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And was your father, was he raised with a father, a
No,
strict father, a hard father? Oh, no father?
no father. And you know, it was a really bad, I mean, I guess I could share it. I mean, it
Yeah.
was a really bad situation. He was raised out of wedlock, and he would see this man like a couple times a week in the area. And his mom said, "That's your father," but he never acknowledged him.
Oh man.
Yeah, he and it's not until he was a lot older, like you might be my son. It's horrible. Like he would see him with his other family. That's tough.
That is tough.
That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, that is tough.
I mean, that's like a wow. That's like a whole new level of rejection.
Yeah. I was watching something today with the country singer Tim McGraw.
Yeah.
All right, he went through it. His father was a baseball legend, Tug McGraw, and he denied he was his son, for years. And then, like he would see him maybe once every 5, 10 years. And then, Tim McGraw got to the point where, he just didn't care anymore. And then the father, Tug McGraw, became a father to him, and Tim McGraw said that he never hated him, and he'll always forgive him because his father gave him something called hope.
It's powerful. Hope.
Right?
Hope. Hope.
Hope.
Hope is. Listen. Okay. Listen. All
Mm.
right. So I'm gonna go somewhere, right? Where I don't know if I ever went, and I don't know what it is about you, but you're pulling a lot. You're pulling a lot of stuff out of me right now.
Thank you.
Right? But hope is one of the things that African Americans held on to. You know,
Hmm.
whether you are for it or against it, no matter how you feel, whether you're 100% empathetic or you're 100% racist, you have to understand 400 years of slavery. What else do you have?
Oh, I got goosebumps. But
It's like
hope.
you don't have nothing else. It's like your father was a slave, your grandfather was a slave. You're going to be a slave all your entire life. You have a son on the plantation. You're looking at him and you're like, you're going to die a slave possibly, but I'm going to give you this thing called hope. I'm going to give it to you. And guess what? I'm going to give you this hope, and you might not see it, but
Right.
I'm going to need you to pass it on to your son, this thing called hope, and then maybe to his son. And it has to flow down the line. Hope is powerful. Hope kept them alive.
Yeah.
Hope is
Wow.
powerful.
This has to be the best interview that I've done is with you. I'm
Well, thank you.
I'm not kidding. I've done a lot, and I've said after every one of them that I love them, but this to me is the most important one yet.
Thank you.
I am so happy that you are here. Really.
I'm
Uh,
happy too. Yeah.
yeah. So, wow. Hmm. How did you overcome the stuttering?
Well, you know, it pops up, every once in a while, but
Right.
somebody told me, because I had speech therapists. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's not going to work. Oh my God, the sky's falling all around you, buddy." But one of the things my mom did, which for the most part, it was amazing. She never allowed them to. She never allowed the psychologists, the sociologists, and all the ologists. She
Yeah.
never. She never allowed them to label me. Okay.
Really.
No, she was like, no, 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 no. You're not going to put them in the, special classes and this and that. She never allowed that. She said, you know what? You're going to learn how to adapt. And one of the techniques I've learned, I remember when someone said, all you have to do is just slow down. You're processing too fast. And I started talking like this
Right.
for years. Yeah, I just slowed down.
And then that was it. It was gone.
It slowly but surely, it just went away.
Wow, very good.
Mhm.
And so you said that in high school you're they said you were the least likely to succeed.
Mhm. I get
Um what, I'm sorry?
I mean, I get that.
No, well, that's what I
Yeah.
think that's what you said, right?
Yeah.
That you were voted least likely to
Right.
succeed, right? So how did you go from uh that in high school to now you go to college? College is pretty hard, right? You
Mhm.
would think that somebody who had 4 to 5 different learning disabilities uh wouldn't even want to go to college. How did you have that drive to go to college?
Well, I didn't.
Or
I
did you
didn't want to
not
go to
have any
college.
choice?
I didn't want to go to college. I wanted to play football.
Oh,
In order to play football,
you
you got
had
to
to
go
go
to
to
college.
college. Okay.
I didn't want to go to college. I don't like school, but I like football. So you
Oh,
know what? I had to deal with it. There's always winners. Winners tend to look at obstacles as opportunities. Like if you're like the sorriest football team in the galaxy and you're playing, Rutgers or Ohio State or Indiana, you still got to play the game. You still got to get on the field and play the game. So guess what? In my mind, there's always a way to win. You got to get out there. You got to figure out how to win. And I navigated. I did all kind of crazy things, but I just learned. I just kept trying. I don't know how to quit. I don't know how to quit.
see, that's
You
really
know,
good.
yeah. I just weeble wobble, but I don't fall down. Remember that
Yeah.
that
Yes, yeah, we will wobble, but they don't fall down. You know how many times I wanna quit? And
hmm
then, I wanna quit a lot of times, and many, many times, and then I'll have somebody like my daughter or, my friend tell me, "What, are you kidding me? You're gonna quit
Yeah.
because of this one or that one?
hmm
Don't you dare." And then I have to, boop, smack myself in the head and say, "You know what? They're right."
You know what? We all go through that. And
Yeah,
you know what? This is this is what I don't like about media. This is
okay.
it's on social media, we don't talk about the rainy days. We don't talk about when it's bad, when there's depression, when there's hurt, we don't talk about that. We talk about, hey, we're doing great. Look at me. I'm in New York.
Mhm.
I'm in Vegas. I'm here. Oh my God, life is great. And you're smiling. Then guess what? You go to work. How are you? Oh, everything's great. We're doing great. Johnny's doing well in school. You're like, wow. And then you go to church. Oh, praise God. We're blessed and highly favored. Everyone's smiling. No one's having a problem. Although the number one prescribed drug in America is antidepressants. But we won't talk about that. Everybody's doing great. And then there's hundreds of people who
Yeah,
day
yeah.
because nobody talks about the rainy days, especially in my industry as a motivational speaker. Like I'm all
Well,
right.
because I think when you're on here, on the internet, on YouTube, on social media, when you start talking about those rainy days, they start making fun of you, calling you a victim. Oh, the victim, the victim.
Right.
Oh, now she's a victim or he's a victim.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it actually, you know what it is, in my opinion, it goes against, you know, there's this there's this invisible barrier. It's like Wi-Fi. And it's like it's everyone is just moving in this it's like a conveyor belt. And
Right.
if you dare step off that conveyor belt, the pressure will push you back onto the belt. So guess what? The belt says, or the motion of the conveyor belt says, you can't share your rainy days. The motion of the conveyor belt says you have to spend and overextend your money and get credit and get nice big houses to appease people that you don't even that don't even care about you, but you have to make this invisible force field
Right.
keeps us on this conveyor belt for the rest of our life. And no one is so scary because you lose touch with who you are. You become an image and you live from your image and not from your identity. Well, I'm telling you right now, it's okay. It's okay to be like I'm sad. It's it's
Yeah, it
it's called
is.
emotion. It's called emotion. It's
Mhm.
okay not to, it's okay. It's okay to fall down. Because if you can look up, baby, you can get up.
Yeah.
And if you're not on the ground, then you don't learn. You have to learn through failure. Failure is your friend. You have to learn through adversity. You have to learn through depression. You have to learn through everyone loves the mountaintop, but the water's in the valley.
Wow. How about when you have people who are judging you and making fun of you or putting you down, and you don't even know who they are? They're like faceless, you know, faceless, anonymous people. You know what I'm saying? Like telling you that you're this, you're that, you're a failure, you're or whatever. But you don't even know who they are, so you can't even like respond back
I'm
and
not going to
say,
respond back.
"Oh, you don't respond back."
Why? You don't even know who I am.
Hmm.
You don't even know me. You don't even know what I like on my pizza. Like, you don't even know my favorite football team. You don't even know anything about me. So why should I care about your opinion? Who are you? Who are you? What gives you the qualification to judge me? You know what? You must be really bitter to spend this much time typing 3 sentences or a paragraph about me. You must, man, you know what? I feel bad for you because I wouldn't do that. I mean, I feel bad for you. You know, I'm probably not the only. You probably go through social media looking for people to attack. You know what? You got some issues. I'm sorry for you. I'm gonna pray for you.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Well, were you bullied as a child?
Yeah,
You were.
yeah. I was bullied as a child, and you know what? I bullied people too.
Oh, you did?
I did. I'm not proud of that. I did, and it came from insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the real victim is not the person being bullied. The real victim is the person doing the bullying. Because what is wrong with you that you have
It's
to pick on someone externally to feel good about yourself internally? Like you have to be uh, putting someone down becomes my gyroscope for balance. Something's wrong.
okay. And hurt. I heard this quite a while, quite a few times. Hurt people hurt people.
Mm-hmm. That's why the person doing the bullying is the victim. They've been victimized. But instead of attacking themselves, they are perpetuating it. They are attacking others. And they have an imbalance. So they're trying to use an external means to achieve homeostasis, balance.
Mhm.
So I have to pick on you to put you down and feel good about myself. No, you need to step away from that and say, you know what, I need help. I need to fix the imbalance in me because I'm looking for other people to help correct that. Oh, that's bad. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, you need
Also,
help. Good.
you had said something also. Sometimes your greatest victories come wrapped in silence.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, wow. It's because the only one that you uh, the only one that that you should really get your applause from, for me, it's God, and then it's yourself. Are you okay? Are you happy with that? And everyone else is judging. This is what your win should be. But man, if you've done your best and you did this or you done that, man, you win. There are so many people, you know, that 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 uh, 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 go that actually pours into the wins of others that you'll never hear about. Just one example. Like you see Michael Jordan, but who was the person who inspired that? That whenever you see Jordan hold his hand up, there's about 30 other people like, I'm behind that. Whenever you see a singer, who was the songwriter? Who was the executive producer? Who was the person that said, you know what, I believe in you? Who's the third and fourth grade teacher? Who's Miss Francis? You don't know who Miss Francis is. Miss Francis was my third grade teacher. She said, I believe in you, Shawn.
Oh,
Who are the people who sit back and be like, yes, when they see me on TV or when they listen to this podcast, they might be, 78 or might be 85 years old somewhere in, Midland, Odessa, Texas with a TV, and they're just smiling with a pipe like, yeah, that's my win. And you're like, why are you grinning? Oh, nothing.
oh, wow.
You know
That's
what?
so true.
And that is one of my models. My one of my models that I speak with as far as corporate America is you always create a win-win. But the emphasis is win, big win for other people, and then you take the small win and build your life around the win-wins in the workplace, the win-wins. Up and down the street, the win-wins. You help somebody, get into a apartment or a meal, win-win. You have no idea. You're like, you know what? No one needs to know that. That's between me and God.
Yeah. Sometimes it's really hard, though. Sometimes it really is hard to sit there and, you know, like look at yourself and say, you know what, you are a winner. You are. Sometimes it's hard.
Yeah, it is hard. It's hard a lot of times, but it doesn't negate the fact that that's what I am.
That's right.
That's right. Emotions is is inferior to reality.
Hmm. Hmm. Who are some of your idols growing up?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, my coaches,
Yeah,
uh,
besides your coaches, do you have any
my my
idols? Like, was there people that you really looked up to? Like I was watching, like I told you earlier, your um talking about Martin Luther King.
mhm,
And
mhm.
I learned a lot from that watching you speaking about him. I had no idea that he won a Grammy.
Yeah,
I had no idea that he was the youngest Nobel Peace Prize winner. I had no idea about any of that.
yeah. He started the actual civil rights movement. I think he's either 26 or 28. Yeah, he was young.
Yes, that I
Yeah,
knew, but I didn't
yeah.
know about that he won a Grammy.
Mm-hmm.
Was
So
was he an idol? Who were your
no,
idols?
no, no. You know
No?
what? Honestly, I can't, I can't think of a lot of them right now. It's like I'm having a brain freeze at the moment. But there were people that I looked up to, and as far as sports and just life. But right now, they're not clicking. Uh,
Okay.
there's a few authors that I would like Oswald Chambers and Sir Winston Churchill was my guy, like World War II, and
Really?
oh yeah,
Really?
yeah, because he had courage, like never
Mhm.
give up, never give up,
Right,
like
exactly.
yeah, it's like he was a man for the moment. He was a man for the moment. I love people who are thermostats and not thermometers. right? So
Mm.
people like Dr. Martin Luther King,
Luther
people
King,
like Sir Winston Churchill, people like Biko over in Africa. You
yeah.
know, I love individuals that uh, take the opposition of all the anger and all the hatred, and
Yeah.
they speak against it, and and they extract their power. If you
From it.
don't give, yeah,
Ah.
yeah, yeah. You know what it's like? It's like surfing. You know, I used to drive down to, like, when I lived in California, I would drive to Newport Beach every morning. My favorite spot, like Newport Beach, right? Like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. You know, and the surfer guys would be out there, and they would swim out into the opposition, into the wave, and
Yeah.
they'll find that wave, and then they'll turn around, turn that board, and ride that bad boy right in. You have to have resistance. You have to, because the resistance is the energy that's going to propel you to the next level. It's just the polarities are wrong. That's all.
Wow. I don't even know what else to say. I you have me. You know what? Whenever I'm feeling, down, I'm gonna just keep playing this over and over again. You have no idea. I only wish you knew how much I appreciated this. Oh my God, how much I needed this.
Well, you know what? Thank you for that. I have to give all glory to God. Number one, I know
Yeah.
this is not a religious, but had it not been for God, I guarantee you I wouldn't be here. And number two, okay, and I hope this doesn't get me in trouble, but my queen is right here. Come here, honey. Right? We've
Oh,
been married for 26 years. First round pick in a 1 round
let
draft.
me see. Let me
No, you
see.
gotta come over. You gotta come over here,
You gotta.
baby. There she is,
Hi.
right there.
Oh my
Hi.
God, she's so
I
beautiful.
know, right?
Hello.
Oh,
Wow,
she's a
look at
tall.
her.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
Beautiful.
you.
yeah,
Absolutely beautiful.
yeah.
Oh, thank you both so much.
You can
Thank
ask her
you.
any question
No,
that you
no, no,
want
not
right
right
now.
now.
You can ask her.
No.
How is it being married to someone who's perfect?
I know, it's right. It's right. Woo! Go
No,
ahead,
How
he's
baby.
is
he's
it?
absolutely amazing. I love his energy. It's just fun to see how the effects that he has on people. He's just full of so much light, so much energy, so much positivity, and sometimes, like he said, he can be a little bit overbearing sometimes, but it's all coming from a good heart. Like he is exactly what you see here.
Oh,
He's genuine through and through. So that's one of the things that attracted me to him because he has an amazing heart. So
and you're
it's awesome.
together 34 years?
26.
Oh, 26 years.
Yes.
You
Yes.
don't look old enough.
Well, thank you. I'll take that.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I'll take
Wow, really beautiful.
Isn't she though? Striking. She's striking.
Beautiful, very
it.
beautiful.
Thank
Aw.
you. Thank you, Angel.
Aw, thank you both so much. Really, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Our pleasure.
Anytime.
Really? So then you'll come back again.
I will. I'll come back.
Aw, thank you. I don't want to keep you any longer. I
No.
want to
Yeah.
ask you both one question. I always
Okay.
ask everybody this question when at the end. Um, do you have any regrets?
No.
Ooh. I
Hmm.
got, yeah, yeah. I got regret. You know what? Everyone has
Your
regret.
regret.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
biggest regret?
Wow. So one of my biggest regrets for me is when I was playing professional football, I did not I didn't have a full appreciation of the moment. I'm a young kid, in my 20s, huge opportunities, a lot of money, and I didn't recognize how precious that moment was. I didn't value that moment. In fact, I didn't value my 20s and early. I didn't value the 20s and early 30s. I thought tomorrow would always be here. Things are fine,
Exactly.
this and that. but I did not value my youth.
That's a
Wow.
good one. That's similar here. I know as you get older, you start to look back and wonder what should I have done or what could I have done when I was earlier. And just like you said, you think you're going to live forever. And I think one of the things I think I did live in a moment, but too much, just not planning ahead and like not taking the steps that would say in 10 years, I need to do this so that I can be there. Instead, I'm just like
Mm.
grinding at the grindstone every day. And you look up and you're like, what happened? What happened? So
Right.
that's when the Lord.
Wow. So that's your only regret?
Oh, no,
No,
no.
that's the biggest regret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's. I wish I would have had a relationship with God sooner. Because I got into I mean, you're seeing me talk right now, but I guess I used the word tyrannical. Like I was wild growing up, and I hurt some people, you know, and I didn't do all of the right things, and I could have had a larger impact in life had I not been such a narcissist growing up young. Oh
Really?
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, listen. You're not going to get that story from me about all being polished and perfect. You know, I had some grimy years. In fact, my wife, we were in the same sixth grade class, so she knows. You know, she was there.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Well, Falana. Aw, that's so nice. And you're still together all these years.
Well, we weren't
Wow.
together then.
No,
but
I know,
I
I
saw the
know.
see the
I know.
progress. He's totally
Well, how
different
did
person
you
he was.
and how did you two get together? And then I'll let you go.
Yeah, you're the better storyteller. You tell us. He's such a great storyteller. He makes it fun. So you got to tell him. You got to tell him.
Okay. So, I think it was like 1997.
Yeah.
We're on a bus trip to Canada, and it was
Wow.
a Caribbean festival called the Caravana. So here's where it gets interesting. She's on bus number 2. I'm on bus number 3. 3 buses leaving from Columbus, Ohio. And I see this young lady at a rest stop at our designated stop. I'm like, she is so beautiful, but I don't know her name yet. And then about a few hours later, we have breakfast, and I'm like, oh, I went to school with her. That's Fonda, right? Her name is not Fonda. Her name is Falana. And so
Falana,
I get up,
yeah.
and I'm like, hey, Fonda. And I promise you,
Oh,
she won't
that's
deny
so
it.
funny.
She looked at me like, you peasant. Why aren't you in prison or dead somewhere?
Oh,
Like,
my
why
God.
are you here? She'll deny it. And I went outside after I got painfully rejected. I said, God, that is my wife. I don't know how you're going to make this happen, but Lord, make it happen. Amen. And long story short, you know, trials and tribulations and pleading and talking and it happened.
No, he's totally different person he was back in middle school. Of course, he grew up.
Wow. So there's no regrets there.
No.
That's great. That's really, really nice. I'm happy to hear that.
Thank you.
I'm not going to keep you two any longer. I appreciate this. You have no idea how much I appreciate this, and especially to have Falana join. I'm so excited.
I know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I felt bad because when I was on the phone with Falana and Lee's like, "Oh, give Shawn her Angel's phone number and have him call her," and I'm like, "I don't want to bother him. He doesn't have to call me."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, who is the guy that I was supposed to be doing a podcast with? I'm not doing a podcast with him now. He just threw me here. Take this one. I'm like, you know what?
He does not have to call me. I even told your wife, no, tell him he doesn't have to call me. And Lee was like, oh no, he has to call.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And guess what? It worked.
Yes.
This was so awesome. This was so awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And you know, I'm going to call you, come back again. I
Yeah.
definitely am, because
No
this was
problem.
amazing. Thank you.
No
I'm going to
problem.
promote this, and this is going to get a
All
ton
right.
of views.
Thank you. So
Awesome.
is
And
it
then
possible?
we need all your information so we could add it in here. You know, when Lee edits this, he'll add all your
Okay.
information.
I
Okay.
will make sure that all that is sent to you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Shawn. Thank you, Falana. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
very, very, very much.
All
You're
right.
welcome.
Keep
All right.
winning.
You take care.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.